Well, Coach, obviously not the Friday you wanted. Going 0-3 today. Start out with the Phillips match, tight match, loses 3-2. What did he need to do better?
Well, you know, we talk about doing the things that got us here, and Philip was in one of those situations. I think we're too conservative on our feet. I think if we go back and watch that film, we were outshot in that match, and from a number standpoint, you know, I'm a math teacher, and I believe at this level you've got to have more attacks than the other opponent. And even the attacks that we did have, we're kind of staying at the same head level, and you're not going to get to guys' legs here. You got to make a distinct. You either got to push him down to a farther level, or you got to be able to go underneath his head position, and we weren't able to do that. You know, we did a nice job when we went down getting out, but it comes down to those guys that get aggressive and go out and get those takedowns, and of course he was able to do that in that match, and we were not. It's a big learning experience. I mean, you take a film like that and you look at it in the off season, so many things that you can really focus on and say these things need to change and improve to put us down here. But you know, he's got a number of losses this year. I think at least 9 that I count out of I think the 12 losses he had are to guys that are going to end up placing down here in the 2A state bracket. Of course, majority of those, I think about 8 of them, are to the 2 guys that are wrestling in the semifinals tonight from Cresco and New Hampton. So, you know, not the finish that we wanted, but we got down here, and hopefully this heartache a little bit will keep us motivated and teach us, you know, there's still some things that we need to work on technically to improve as we move into his sophomore season.
And Devin lost his first round match today, and then came back. Kind of a wild situation a few times, and he ended up losing to the Solon kid. Talk about Devin's day.
Well, you know, the first match against the kid from PCM, we knew he was not going to be a kid that was going to shoot. We got a nice first takedown, and that's exactly how you want to start that match. But on top, you got to be aggressive, you got to attack, and of course we gave up that switch with about 16 seconds left where we didn't have the pressure, weight on the hands. We were in similar situations against the Solon kid. You've got to have something ready to go when you're on the whistle. That's something we've worked on, but we just didn't quite have it in either of those matches when we needed it to kind of get on our toes and get weight on their hands so they can't hit that stuff. I mean, a lot of our offense from top is designed to take away those switch situations, but in both our matches there, we didn't do that as effectively as what we could have. But you know, it's still a situation. We were in that match late, but then we kind of go diving in on a shot. We don't get a clear cut at the end. That's something that we've worked on as well with the heavy hands and knowing a match situation, being able to wrestle out of those match situations. So that first match, just like all of them, you got some great film there that we sit down and we show in practice next year, not only for Devin but for the other guys, really teaching them, hey, these are the reasons why we're going through these scenarios as coaches and as a program, because they're important to encounter because you get them in big situations like down here. Match against the Solon kid, you know, we're in a nice shot early, kind of trying to get free on the leg, hook it, and then that guy did a nice job of doing kind of what we call an ankle pass. Problem is we were still in position and we kind of bailed out a little bit where we didn't need to. That was our advantage position. We should have kept attacking to make things happen. And then we didn't make the adjustments. You know, it was still a good match for us, 4-2, but we need to either go hands over or clear the left hand. You can only let that guy trap that so many times, and if you don't make an improvement in terms of being able to wrestle against that, that's going to happen. I mean, it was probably about the 3rd or 4th time where he finally got that tilt on us, and I think a lot of that is we're bringing the arm to our body instead of taking it across our body or actually going hands over that way to take those opportunities away. We battled hard on the feet when he had it locked up, and there was one time I almost thought he could almost step over and get it, and that's kind of what we did when we got a 1 reversal. But little things that we need to continue to improve on, and these guys got to step it up. You know, coming back next year, we're expecting a lot out of them. This makes 2 years in a row where we haven't got any hardware, and we got to step it up a notch. We can't be satisfied where we're at. We're going to have to work a little harder if we want to get Decorah back on the podium down here at the state tournament.